Oh my God. It has been so long. uh, so this is my first stream with my new microphone setup. So if any levels sound off, let me know right away, please. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my God, I missed you guys. Like, Ryan, it's so different. It's so different uh to stream rather than just being in VC because all of the attention is on you. And I have social anxiety. So, uh, I mean, um, how does everything sound? Oh, I love you too. I mean, we can collab again. Sure as heck does. We can have social anxiety together. Sounds good. I need that. Um, yeah, I've been sitting here just sweating, nervous, anxious. Where the heck is my um God, this is weird. You'll smash it. Smash? It sounds great. Okay. Good, 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 good. So because what? Sorry for bothering you. I wanna nope. Nope. Get rid of that. Um So because my model is still in the shop, how do you mod again? Girl, I don't know. I just sit here and talk. I was waiting for a notification. I'm so sorry. I'm still learning. Oh, what the heck was I saying? Model still in the shop, so you get to have Sora version 1.5, which is the same as 2, but like a demake. It's the app's fault. Okay. Gotta go in mod view. Activate your mod senses. Okay, well, I think I know everybody here, but if you are new, hello everyone. I'm your Shrine Guardian Kitsune, Nozomi Sora of the Astrum Guild. Today, I'm going to. I bought a couple of days ago. God, was it like a month? What's time? Uh, I checked out some books from the library, and a couple of them were various uh, cultural myths and legends. One of those was the Japanese myths and legends, which I enjoyed looking through so much that I actually went and bought my own copy. They only had the regular edition. Sora is actually a Skittles fox. There's like 3 flavors released so far, and new one in the future. But they only had the regular one, but I ordered the collector's edition because they're so fancy. They're smaller print hardbacks or hardcover, whatever you say it. We don't have a lurk command. We don't have an anything. I need so much help. I have no idea what I'm doing. No more looking, only watching. You tell him. It's been seeing my son But yeah, they're like gold edged pages and it's so fancy. I'll when I do get it, I'll post pictures. Am I hearing myself? I think I'm hearing myself. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Also, can you guys find out if there's a better category I can list other than just chatting? Because this doesn't feel like chatting. You might have no, that I do have monitoring on. But that's different. I hear a slightly like faint in the distance, Sora arguing in the other room. Sora is such an angel, she even blesses her own ears. Shut up. Have a good stream, Sora. My internet is so bad. Thank you for stopping in, Ara. That means a lot to me. I hope we get to see you again soon. Slight buzzing with the mic. That's what I said! I don't know how to fix it. If there are any audio professionals, I would really like the assistance. I did a couple of test recordings ahead of time, and it sounded good to me. It might just be when I get too loud. Resort! Hey, welcome. I'm glad you're here. You made it for the inaugural Twitch stream. Not debut. Not debut. That's special. That's something different. Let me find. In typical me fashion, I purchased a bookmark and did not use it. Such is my life. PNGing for our birthday? Yes. Yes, I will. Unless you really want me to use... I want to wait. I want to wait for debut, which is April 8th. You should do the thing. You should mark your calendars. So I don't want to waste too much time, so I hope everyone is comfy. I will give a little bit of a forewarning. I have not read these, so I don't know how the stories are going to go. If it's anything that I'm personally uncomfortable with, I'll either just skip over the line. I would like to say if it makes you uncomfortable, let me know, but at that point it'll already be too late. But we'll wing it and try to see how it goes. Final check, we have no background noise, right? And I think, should I turn off the BGM completely or just turn it way down? I am great, Wizard. Thank you for asking. Surrounded by swords. I know, I have so many mods. It's down just a bit, unless it doesn't fit the mood. That's a good idea. Oh my god. I definitely need to set up alerts because Yubei followed, Ara followed, Deb followed. Thank you guys so much for the follows. I love you. Okay, we'll bring this down. Oh, that's like completely gone. How's that? I was already following. Oh yeah. Because you love me the most, right? Right. So or check mic on OBS or check physical connection. I mean, it's a USB connection, so it's unlikely to have... Oh no. Do I have a filter on? Yes, I do. we can remove. I'm so sorry that it's taking so long to get started today. It's like I said, yeah. Scuff happens. First stream is gonna come. No, it's not. Old Mike is gone. You didn't see how bad mine was yesterday. Let's see. Let me find the mic. Filters. I don't know what would be doing it. I could turn this off. Is that any better? Actually, let me bring this a little closer. Maybe put the mic into the computer itself, other than the USB thing. It is, actually. It's directly connected. I know, I don't deserve it, Resort, but I'm really glad you're all here. Output gain. I can lower that a little bit. I want to keep this on. To 0, 0? Okay. How's that? Oh, that's way better. Okay. I can work with this. Does it sound better? God, I love how fast Twitch is. There's no delay. This is so good. Thank you, Twitch. Okay. Well, if you guys are happy, I think I'm ready. Which noise suppression are you using? The Mature Valley Girl? Really? I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that, but I should work on having more vocal fry. Oh no. Ew. Oh, now, Ryan, I do remember saying that if I got enough people in chat today, I would give you the finest Southern Belle I could muster. And I hope this does enough for you. Whoop, I'm in love. The heck, you're so good at accents. You have no idea. But Southern is the only one I'll do, publicly, because I feel offensive when I do others. Listens in British. You have to teach me those, Tina. I love this. I love you. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. I already feel a lot better with how the audio sounds. Thank you, Via. The shipping intensifies. Throw polygons at me. The future. The future. Okay. Let's see. Adjust this a little bit. Okay. Soda. Soda, soba, sora. Take your pick. It is going very well, KO. It is so good to see you. Thank you for joining. I have to move. We're gonna put the stream information over here. Ah! No! Stop it. Okay, this goes here. Now, the sum. Thank you, honey. I appreciate you so much. It is so good to see you. Channel points aren't a thing yet. Yeah, I know. I'm a newbie. I don't know what I'm doing. I just caught the winky face. I can't wink with this model, but I'm winking at you. Yabe. Someone who creates the Mario and so oh god. Yabe indeed. Good morning, Wisley. Morn Ming. That would be really nice. Because what was it on? I am so distracted. We're never gonna get to reading. But when I was on YouTube, I had like 98 subs, and I realized that, bruh, if I was on Twitch, I would already be getting paid. Yup. I've been trying to figure out, honestly, I should do something on YouTube just to let people know, because I've posted in community, but you're at 72. I didn't realize you had this many on Twitch. What is it? 75? With like 18 viewers already. Yeah, you affiliate soon. You hit the number of streams requirement. What's the requirement, APD? Stream hours? Oh, trust me. Oh, Gwisley, thank you for the follow. If there's a delay, I don't have alerts set up yet because I'm still kind of learning everything. Yeah, 50 followers. Okay, nailed it. Stream for 8 hours. Once I'm actually on my schedule again, that'll be done in 2 days. 7 different days, that'll be done in a week and a half. Average of 3 viewers. Well, you'll all come show up, right? You wouldn't make me come get you. You wouldn't do that, right? Right? Come get me. I am the average 3 viewers. I will be here every time. Oh, thank you. But yeah, no alerts. So if I do miss a follow, someone smack me. I'll probably glance up and look at chat every once in a while. Okay. Do you guys want to get started? I am nervous. I've not read out loud since forever ago. This is only the second one. I do want this down a little bit more. Okay. Well, if everybody's comfy. Like, no, seriously. Get comfortable. Or I'll make you comfortable. Ryan, it should be time for you to be in bed soon, right? So you just lie down. Pull up a blanket. So I was skimming through the book. I'll take one. I was skimming through the book, and a lot of these stories are very short. But I found one that is, oh my god, it's longer than I realized. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 whole pages. Do you guys want a longer one or a shorter one? Start short? I can do that. Short start. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Let's see. Yeah, because our last one, we did that, it was the fox one. How long is this? Oh, this is just like a page and a half. Well, almost 2. Okay. Okay, let's see. No! I didn't even get to start! Alright, well, the VOD will be here for you when you get back. Promise. Wait, is that automatically set up? Like, do I have to do anything? The VODs. Like, will they... You'll have to publish it if it isn't. What do I do? I promised so many people that it would be there. Yube! It auto saves though, so you just go and say, "Hey, share this with everybody." She might, huh? Need to enable it. Mods guide her, please, please. Okay, 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 okay. Then we will start with the maiden with the wooden bowl. In ancient days, there lived an old couple with their only child, a girl of remarkable charm and beauty. When the old man fell sick and died, his widow became more and more concerned for her daughter's future welfare. One day she called her child to her and said, "Little one, your father lies in yonder cemetery, and I, being old and feeble, must needs follow him soon." Sorry, I'm going to make corrections to the mic as I go. I, being old and feeble, must needs follow him soon. The thought of leaving you alone in the world troubles me much, for you are beautiful, and beauty is a temptation and a snare to men. Not all purity of white flower can prevent it from being plucked and dragged down in the mire. My child, your face is all too fair. It must be hidden from the eager eyes of men, lest it cause you to fall from your good and simple life to one of shame. Classic. Having said these words, she placed a lacquered bowl on the maiden's head, so that it veiled her attractions. Always wear it, little one. She put a bowl on her head to... I'm sorry, normally I don't commentate while reading, but that's a little silly. Okay. Always wear it, little one, said the mother, for it will protect you when I am gone. Shortly after this loving deed had been performed, the old woman died, and the maiden was forced to earn her living by working in the rice fields. It was hard, weary work, but the girl kept a brave heart and toiled from dawn to sunset without a murmur. Over and over again, her strange appearance created a considerable comment, and she was known throughout the country as the maiden with the bowl on her head. Young men laughed at her and tried to peep under the vessel, and not a few endeavored to pull the wooden covering, but it could not be removed. And laughing and jesting, the young men had to be content with a glimpse of the lower part of the fair maiden's face. The poor girl bore this rude treatment with a patient but heavy heart, believing that out of her mother's love and wisdom would someday come a joy that would more than compensate for all her sorrow. glued it on. One day, a rich farmer watched the maiden working in his rice fields. He was struck by her diligence and the quick and excellent way she performed her tasks. He was pleased with that bent and busy little figure, and did not laugh at the wooden bowl on her head. After observing her for some time, he came to the maiden and said, "You work well and do not chatter to your companions. I wish you to labor in my life fields until the end of the harvest." Excuse me. When the rice harvest had been gathered and winter had come, the wealthy farmer, still more favorably impressed with the maiden and anxious to do her a service, bade her become an inmate of his house. "My wife is ill," he added, "and I should like you to nurse her for me." The maiden gratefully accepted this welcome offer. She tended the sick woman with every care, with the same diligence she had displayed in the rice fields. For the same quiet diligence she displayed in the rice fields, was charismatic of her gentle labor in the sick room. As the farmer and his wife had no daughter, they took very kindly to this orphan, and regarded her as a child of their own. At length, the farmer's eldest son returned to his old home. He was a wise young man who had studied much in gay Kyoto and was weary of a merry life of feasting and frivolous pleasure. His father and mother expected that their son would soon grow tired of his father's house and its quiet surroundings, and every day they feared that he would come to them, bid farewell, and return once more to the city of Mikado. But to the surprise of all, the farmer's son expressed no desire to leave his home. Oh, does anybody else sit like an idiot? I always sit with my leg tucked under me, and now it's numb and tingly. Hi, Hikaru. I hope you are well. I do that all the time. Yeah, it's not smart. I don't know why I do it. But to the surprise of all, the farmer's son expressed no desire to leave his old home. One day, the young man came to his father and said, "Who is this maiden in our house, and why does she wear an ugly black bowl upon her head?" When the farmer had told the sad story of the maiden, his son was deeply moved. But nevertheless, he could not refrain from laughing a little at the bowl. The young man's laughter, however, did not last long. Day by day, the maiden became more fascinating to him. Now and again, he peeped at the girl's half-hidden face, and became more and more impressed by the gentleness of manner and her nobility of nature. It was not long before his admiration turned into love, and he resolved that he would marry the maiden with the bowl on her head. Most of his relations were opposed to the union. They said, She is all very well in her way, but she is only a common servant. She wears that bowl in order to captivate the unwary. And we do not think it hides beauty, rather ugliness. Seek a wife elsewhere, for we will not tolerate this ambitious and scheming maiden." Yes, I'd still love you if you had a bowl on your head. From that hour, the maiden suffered much. Bitter and spiteful things were said to her, and even her mistress, once so good and kind, turned against her. But the farmer did not change his opinion. He still liked the girl, and was quite willing that she should become his son's wife. But owing to the hatred heated remarks of his wife and relations, he dare not reveal his wishes of the matter. All the opposition, none too kindly expressed, only made the young man more desirous to achieve his purpose. At length, his mother and relations, seeing that their wishes were useless, consented to the marriage, but with a very bad grace. Only a common. The young man, believing that all difficulties had been removed, joyfully went to the maiden with the bowl on her head and said, "All troublesome opposition is at an end, and now nothing prevents us from getting married." "No, no," replied the poor maiden, weeping bitterly. "I cannot marry you. I am only a servant in your father's house, and therefore it would be unseemly for me to become your bride." The young man spoke gently to her. He expressed his ardent love over and over again. He argued, he begged, but the maiden would not change her mind. Her attitude made the relations extremely angry. They said that the woman had made fools of them all, little knowing that she dearly loved the farmer's son, and believed in her loyal heart that marriage could only bring discord in the home that had sheltered her in her poverty. That night, the poor girl cried herself to sleep. In a dream, her mother came to her and said, "My dear child, let your good heart be troubled no more. Marry the farmer's son, and all will be well again." The maiden woke the next morning full of joy. When her lover came to her and asked once more if she would become his bride, she yielded with a gracious smile. Great preparations were made for the wedding, and when the company assembled, it was deemed high time to remove the maiden's wooden bowl. She herself tried to take it off, but it remained firmly fixed to her head. When some of the relations, with not a few unkind remarks, came to her assistance, the bull uttered strange cries and groans. At length, the bridegroom approached the maiden and said, "Do not let this treatment distress you. You are just as dear to me, with or without the bull." And having said these words, he commanded the ceremony should proceed. When the wine cups were brought into the crowded apartment, and according to custom, the bride and bridegroom were expected to drink together the 3 times 3 in token of their union. Just as the maiden put the wine cup to her lips, the bowl on her head broke with a great noise, and it fell, gold and silver, all manner of precious stones, so that the maiden, who had once been a beggar, now had her marriage portion. The guests were amazed as they looked upon the heap of shining jewels and gold and silver, but they were still more surprised when they chanced to look upon and see that the bride was the most beautiful woman in all of Japan. Moral of the story? Stop judging people on the way they look. It doesn't matter. Seriously. Clap, 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 clap. Would you like another short one? Put bowls on your head for safety. I don't think I have time to do this. We have Pastafarians in our midst. That's right. You gotta keep that that colander on your head. colander, strainer. Do not eat the pastafarians. I think a strainer is like this is completely unnecessary, but I think a strainer is like a kind of like a fine mesh, and I think the colander is the bowl with the holes. That was nice. Not judge people on their appearance is a little treat. All right, you can judge me. Judge me on my appearance, please. Pachi, pachi, pachi. Oh. Not half as lovely as you. And you look like a nerd. Takes one to know one. Those are cute. I wholeheartedly agree. Okay. I think another short one would be nice. Let me grab some water. Ugh, I have to keep this book in good shape. I don't want it getting bent. If, yeah, all of you have to hydrate. Right now. Swear to God. I'm planning on, returning this one when the collector's edition comes in. Coffee is made of water. Mostly, yeah. Pretty much. Steffi! How are you? Dehydrates the water. Is it... Water dust. Just add water for instant water. Leaf water is far superior. Yeah, that's because you're British. Psh. Actually, you do still get more hydration than the dehydration. It's still better than no water. Just please also drink water. Yeah, that's... I used to believe the same thing, but no, it's as a barista, that's one of the things that I learned. I learned all of the yeast ferments plus water. Getting boozy. On the internet, no less. Would somebody really do that? Would they just go on the internet and lie? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Okay. I'm interested in Yuki-onna the Snow Bride. Another really short one, just a page. Oh my god, it's so warm in my room. I need actual air conditioning. This is terrible. Okay. Mosaku, why did I pronounce it that way? Mosaku and his apprentice Minakichi journeyed to a forest some little distance from their village. It was a bitterly cold night when they neared their destination and saw in front of them a cold sweep of water. They desired to cross this river, but the ferryman had gone away. It was a little heavy on the leaving his boat on the other side of the water, as the weather was too inclement to admit of swimming across the river, they were glad to take shelter in the ferryman's little hut. Snow-based fables? I like snow. Winter's my favorite month. I miss snow. It's not a thing that happens in California unless you like go into the mountains. You really have to go out of your way to have it. Mosaku fell asleep almost immediately. He entered this humble but welcome shelter. Minokichi, however, lay awake for a long time listening to the cry of the wind and the hiss of the snow as it was blown against the door. Minokichi at last fell asleep, to be soon awakened by a shower of snow falling across his face. He found that the door had been blown open, and that standing in the room was a fair woman in dazzling white garments. For a moment she stood thus. Then she bent over. Wait. God, being dyslexic sucks. Then she bent over Mosaku, her breath coming forth like white smoke. After bending thus over the old man for a minute or two, she turned to Minokichi and hovered over him. He tried to cry out, for the breath of this woman was like a freezing blast of wind. She told him that she had intended to treat him as she had done the old man at his side, but forebode on account of his youth and beauty, threatening Minokichi with instant death if he dared to mention to anyone what he had seen. She suddenly vanished. Then Minokichi called out to his beloved master, "Mosaku! Mosaku, wake! Something very terrible has happened." But there was no reply. He touched the hand of his master in the dark and found it was like a piece of ice. Mosaku was dead. During the next winter, while Minokichi was returning home, he chanced to meet a pretty girl by the name of Yuki. She informed him that she was going to Edo, where she desired to find a situation as a servant. Minokichi was charmed by this maiden, and he went so far as to ask if she were betrothed, and hearing that she was not, he took her into his own home, and in due time married her. Yuki presented her husband with 10 fine and handsome children, fairer of skin than the average. When Minokichi's mother died, her last words were in praise of Yuki, and her eulogy was echoed by many of the country folk in the district. One night, while Yuki was sewing, the light of a paper lamp shining upon her face, Minokichi recalled the extraordinary experience he had in the ferryman's hut. "Yuki," he said, "you remind me so much of a beautiful white woman I saw when I was 18 years old. She killed my master with her ice-cold breath. I am sure she was some strange spirit, and yet, tonight, she seems to resemble you." Yuki phone. Jesus, I am so sorry. Yeah, 10, right? In this economy? Nah. Yuki flung down her sewing. There was a horrible smile on her face, and she bent close to her husband and shrieked, "It was I, Yuki Onna, who came to you then and silently killed your master. Oh, faithless wretch, you have broken your promise to keep the matter secret, and if it were not for our sleeping children, I would kill you now. Remember, if they have aught to complain at your hands, I shall hear. I shall know, and on a night when the snow falls, I will kill you." Then Yuki Onna, the Lady of Snow, changed into a white mist, and, shrieking and shuddering, passed through the smoke hole, never to return again. Hi, Falsky. You thought I was your wife, but it was I. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Poor woman. For real, for real. What else do we have? I really like these short ones. Gives me a moment to collect myself. What was the moral? Oh, let's see. If you make a promise, keep it. For real. We'll find out. We'll find out, and we'll take you down. Don't break promises to women. I feel like that's a good one. Oh. I hate book reports. I always thought that book reports are kind of stupid. Just I don't know. It feels like it's taking away from the enjoyment of the art. A report based on a story that is shorter than the report. 3-page hidden agenda by the end of this week. Oh, Legion, you're fine. Thank you so much for showing up. I do appreciate it. Even, honestly, if you're late, it will never be a bother to me. The fact that you show up means so much to me. And if you can't do that either, that's okay. Honestly, this is not gonna be the last stream. I have invested too much. That's kind of why I spent the money on it, because it was like, all right, well, if I invest, I kind of have to do this. I guess the purpose was to make sure you could formulate thoughts and organize them in a coherent way. A former AP English student who memorized those stupid rules needed. English was my best subject. English and science. I still didn't like book reports. I just wanted to read because they would assign a book and I would go home and read it that night. And then come back and be like, when are we having our next book? You read it? Really? I think I did that with The Outsiders, since Cassie and I were talking about that earlier. I read it cover to cover in one sitting. How's your day going, Leggy? English and history. I swear to God, I can't speak. English and history were my worst subjects. Yeah, history I was pretty bad with. It was just, it's all, I don't want to say boring. I'm interested in it now as a class reading thing. I didn't like it back then, but hearing it read recently by another streamer made me wish it had been required reading at the time I was in high school. Yeah, S.E. Hinton is one of my favorite authors of all time. I owned, I lost most of it. Moving 40 times in your life will do that. But I owned everything she had written. I adore her writing. History and geography were the worst, and I can't remember all the names. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Fellow streamer friends, how do I see how many people are currently here from within OBS? Is there a way for that? Twitch stats? Oh, yeah. Okay. I found it. 19? There are 19 of you here? My God. I wonder if it's counting me. Well, thank you guys. Thank you. I love you. I love you. Hmm. Celestial Robe of Feathers. That's kind of a longer one, but only 2 pages. There's the Celestial Robe of Feathers, and then there is the Robe of Feathers, which is like a third of the length. What? Altair! I just showed up. I slept in. That's fine. Good morning. I'm so... No, I'm not worried about numbers. I'm shocked. I've never had that many viewers at the same time. On YouTube, the most it hit was, what, 9? Which was still so much to me. Yeah, I'm not worried about numbers. I'm just curious. I do this to spend time with people. It sure has. Joining Astrum changed a lot. I hope you slept well, Altair. You missed 2 stories, but I'm just about to start another. So I hope you are comfy. Do you want the 2-page Celestial Robe of Feathers? Or do you want the, like, 3... No, it's like 8-paragraph Robe of Feathers? I'll let you guys pick this. Dangerously comfy. Do not fall asleep. I will come wake you up. I'll start screaming. No, I can't do that. I was supposed to be comfy this time. 1 vote for Celestial. Wah! I'm sorry. I'll be better. I can change. There's still time. Just bring out an air horn. No, I can change. Tell me, spirits, are these the visions of things that will be or may be only? Alright, Celestial it is. You are biased, sir. Alright, cool, we'll do Celestial. It is a little bit longer, so let me have water. I should drink my coffee. Having a shock mount doesn't make a difference if you smack the mic with your water bottle. Nope, can't do that. This microphone doesn't... It cuts it out too well. Like, I have to be actively talking. I mean, you can hear the first couple of them. Like, it's... Mia is so happy. You're such a keyboard nerd. Acapella keyboard ASMR. What? Excuse me? Tap 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 tap. Is that better, Via? Blast. Okay, alright. I gotta read before before Altair falls back asleep. Psst, Sora, what? Psst, Leggy, what? What do you want? Ooh, I can whisper. I like that a lot. Oh wait, this is really nice. 7/8 ASMR though. So, oh, it does? I thought you hated that. Cassie, this microphone is amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's really good to know for the content that I'm planning in the future. Like I enjoy situation voices so much because I don't know, I think it's just comfy to did you get the pop filter yet? I have not. I am out of money. So it's gonna have to wait. But yeah, situation voices. I think it's comfy to just close your eyes and feel like you're hanging out with somebody in a way that doesn't cost social energy. EQs can fix that. I have the 3-band EQ on, with my, yeah. I also just really hard, so. Is that the Valley Girl? Is that why I'm a Valley Girl? Oh my god, we've been going for an hour already? Send you a link to it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Nah, it's just a thing. Okay. The Celestial Robe of Feathers. In the 3rd year after the royal hunt, and in the springtime, the Lady Kaguya continually gazed at the moon. On the 7th month, when the moon was full, the Lady Kaguya's sorrow increased, so that her weeping distressed the maidens who served her. At last, they came to the bamboo cutter and said, "Long has the Lady Kaguya watched the moon, waxing in melancholy with the waxing of thereof. And her woe now passes all measure, and sorely she weeps and wails. Wherefore we counselled thee to speak with her." When the bamboo cutter communed with his daughter, he requested that she should tell him the cause of her sorrow, and was informed that the sight of the moon caused her to reflect upon the wretchedness of the world. During the 8th month, the Lady Kaguya explained to her maids that she was no ordinary mortal, but that her birthplace was the capital of Moonland. Okay. And that the time was now at hand when she was destined to leave the world and return to her old home. Not only was the bamboo cutter heartbroken at this sorrowful news, but the Mikado also was considerably troubled when he heard the proposed departure of the Lady Kaguya. His Majesty was informed that at the next full moon, a company would be sent down from that shining orb to take this beautiful lady away, whereupon he determined to put a check upon the celestial invasion. Excuse me. He ordered that a guard of soldiers should be stationed about the bamboo cutter's house, armed and prepared, if need be, to shoot their arrows upon those moonfolk who would fain take away the beautiful Lady Kaguya away. The old bamboo cutter naturally thought that with such a guard to protect his daughter, the invasion from the moon would prove utterly futile. But the Lady Kaguya attempted to correct the old man's ideas on the subject, saying, "Ye cannot prevail against them, for every door will fly open at their approach, nor may your valor help, for ye never be stout-hearted. When the moonfolk come, vain will be your struggle with them. These remarks made the bamboo cutter exceedingly angry. He asserted that his nails would turn into talons. In short, that he would completely annihilate such impudent visitors from the moon. Odd translation. What part? Because there's a lot going on here that's like, all right. This is a fun story so far, though. Now, while the royal guard was stationed about the bamboo cutter's house, on the roof, and in every direction, the night wore away. At the hour of the Rada great glory, exceeding the splendor of the moon and stars shone around. While the light still continued, a strange cloud approach, bearing upon it a company of moonfolk. The cloud slowly descended until it came near to the ground, and the moonfolk assembled themselves in order. When the royal guard perceived them, every soldier grew afraid at the strange spectacle. But at length, some of their number summoned up sufficient courage to bend their bows and send their arrows flying. But all their shafts went astray. On the cloud there rested a canopied car, resplendent with the curtains of finest woolen fabric. From the car a mighty voice sounded, saying, "Come thou forth, Miyako Maro." The bamboo cutter trotted forth to obey the summons, and received for his pains an address from the chief of the moonfolk, commencing with, "Thou fool," and ending up with a command that the Lady Kaguya should be given up without further delay. The car floated upward upon the cloud till it hovered over the roof. Once again, I'm assuming car is short for carriage here. Kagaman, thank you for the follow. I think I know you. Maybe? Well, thank you for the follow. I'm glad you could join us. Where were we? Staring at Sora's keyboard. It's somebody... Oh, that's right. I do know him. Okay. Hi, Travis. I'm glad you joined. Let me see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure car is short for carriage. The car floated upon the cloud until it hovered over the roof. Once again, the same mighty voice shouted, "Ho there, Kaguya! How long wouldst thou tarry in this sorry place?" Guys, I swear to God, I think maintenance is here. This is so stupid. I scheduled this stream, and then like 3 days later, they were like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be time to do yearly inspection. We're not gonna tell you when it's gonna happen. It could be over the next, like, 3 days." Yeah, it would be. It would be. So hopefully they don't need to come into the room, because... Bro, I'm busy in here. I apologize. Thank you. Thank you for, I adore my model. Like, I don't want to be vain, but, she's so pretty. It's a much better mirror. I'll fend them off. Continue with the book reading. Alright. Ho there, Kaguya! How long wouldst thou tarry in this sorry place? Immediately, the outer door of the storehouse and the inner lattice work were opened by the power of the moonfolk, and revealed the Lady Kaguya and her women gathered about her. The Lady Kaguya, I want to be known as the Lady Sora and her women. Can I have that? Tina, are you still here? Can we have that? Can that be a thing? You're a lady, make me a lady. Oh. Never mind, let's go back to reading. The Lady Kaguya, before taking her departure, greeted the prostrate bamboo cutter and gave him a scroll bearing these words. Had I been born in this land, never should I have quitted until the time came for my father to suffer no sorrow for his child. But now, on the contrary, I must pass beyond the boundaries of this world, though sorely against my will. My silken mantle I leave behind me as a memorial, and when the moon lights up the night, let my father gaze upon it. Now my eyes must take their last look, and I must mount to yonder sky, whence I fain would fall, meteor-wise, to the earth. Now the moonfolk had brought with them, in a coffer, I'm getting ready to switch off the mic, so I think they're testing, what do you call them? Noise makey sound thingy. Fire smoke detector. Got it. Now my eyes must take their last look, and I must mount to yonder sky, whence I fain would fall, meteor-wise, to earth. Now the moonfolk had brought with them, in a coffer, a celestial feather robe, and a few drops of the elixir of life. One of them said to the Lady Kaguya, Taste, I pray you, of this elixir, for soiled has your spirit become with the grossnesses of this filthy world. Lady Kaguya, after tasting the elixir, was about to wrap up some in the mantle when she was leaving behind for the benefit of the old bamboo cutter who had loved her so well, when one of the moonfolk prevented her and attempted to throw her over her shoulders. Prevented her and attempted to throw over her shoulders the celestial robe, when the Lady Kaguya exclaimed, Have patience yet a while. Who dons yonder robe changes his heart, and I have still somewhat to say ere I depart. Then she proceeded to write the following to the Mikado. Your Majesty deigned to send a host to protect your servant, but it was not to be. And now is the misery at hand for departing with those who have come to bear her away with them. Not permitted was it to her to serve your Majesty, and despite her will, was it that she shielded not obedience to your royal command, and wrung with grief is her heart thereat. Whew, we're going hard with these words here. I love them. I love reading words this way. Like, the more, not big words, what's the word that I want? Hand. More classical English. And I lost it. Your Majesty deigned to send a host to protect your servant, but it was not to be, and now is the misery at hand of departing with those who have come to bear her away with them. Not permitted was it to her to serve your Majesty, and despite her will was it that she yielded and not obedience to the royal command, and wrung with will was not understood. Nope. Wrung with grief is her heart thereat, and perchance your Majesty may have thought the royal will was not understood, and was opposed by her, and so will she appear to your majesty lacking in good manners, which she would not, your majesty deemed. Just a moment. They did, in fact, come in to beep the smoke detector. I'm still wearing pajamas. I feel ashamed. I should have gotten dressed. I usually get dressed before a stream. I don't know, I just want to be cozy. Indeed, that's fun. She would not, your majesty, deemed her to be, and therefore humbly she lays this writing at the royal feet. And now must she don the feather robe and mournfully bid her lord farewell. Having delivered this scroll into the hands of the captain of the host, together with a bamboo joint containing the elixir, the feather robe was thrown over her, and in a moment all memory of her earthly existence departed. Then the Lady Kaguya entered the car, surrounded by the company of moonfolk, and the cloud rapidly rose skyward till it was lost to sight. The sorrow of the bamboo cutter and of the Mikado knew no bounds. The latter held a grand council and inquired which was the highest mountain in the land. One of the counselors answered, "In Suruga stands a mountain, not remote from the capital, that towers highest towards the heaven among all the mountains of the land." Whereupon his majesty composed the following verse. Oh, yeah. Whereupon his majesty composed the following verse. Never more to see her, tears of grief overwhelm me, and as for me with the elixir of life, what have I to do? Then the scroll, which the Lady Kaguya had written, together with the elixir, was given to Suki no Sorry, I was reading too quickly. Suki no Iwakasa heard humbly the royal command, and took with him a company of warriors and climbed the mountain as did he was bidden. It was from that time forth that the name of Fujiyama, never dying, was given to yonder mountain, and men say that the smoke of the burning still curls from its high peak to mingle with the clouds of heaven. I like that one. It's a little complex to read, but I actually never knew that story. So I'm really glad I read it. This is comfy. I'm glad you're comfy. That's all I want. Of the story because of the Sailor Moon movie. I knew of it, like, how would you say, basically, I knew of it at a distance. I've heard mention of it. Obviously, like you, various anime mention the story, but I've never actually read it. So, yay! Streaming is an opportunity to. Oh, Andrew AJ7, thank you so much for following. I appreciate having you here. I will now proceed to wipe it from my memory to avoid spoils. Oh, that's right. Seven, you're watching Sailor Moon, right? Have you seen the movies yet? Slowly, very slowly. It's just a tiny mention in the S movie. The smovie. Okay. All right. Actually, let's go to the front of the book here. We'll go to the table of contents. Because everything I've been reading has been specifically from Leading Ladies and Affairs of the Heart, for obvious reasons. Fox and Animal Legends. Foxes get a specific chapter. Like, it's not just foxes, but it leads with Fox and Animal Legends. That's what's up. Some people don't like the filler, but I did. Ugh. Look for the number 7. Eh? Dust cover's being weird. Okay, so I'm gonna read the... They do play... That's true, they do. We do. Even though, you'll come to learn this later, but I am not actually, the same, the religion that Sora is based on is fictional, and not actually, it's Japanese inspired. There will be lore. Better, show up for the debut. Theory time. It's just a theory. Fan fiction. Page number, story number, something like that. Let's take a look. I'll give you that. Alright. Okay. We will find the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, the section 7 is Fox and Animal Legends. So good choice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The White Hair of Inaba. That's 411. Ooh. I really like this book. I'm so glad I bought this. I'm so excited to read the other books too. We will have to do that soon. I don't want to overdo the book streams though, so... In between other streams. Oh, you know, Cassie, I was wondering, we were talking about copyrights earlier. I wonder, because these are myths and legends, just in a collection of, I wonder if that has the same rules. I'm in 2 reading streams so far, including this one. I know. To be fair, there's only been, this is what, my 21st stream? I appreciate that. Thank you, Cassie. Yeah, because these are all classical legends. Like, they're stories that have been around for a long time. And I would imagine, especially since I'm not reading them in the order that, that they're written. Okay, let's see how long The White Hair of Inaba is. Oh! It's only a page! I can work with this. Oh, that's true. Translations. Okay. Well, if I have to, I will reach out to the publisher and find out if I can keep reading it. But we'll see. Because I enjoy this, and you can look up the ISBN to see if it's copywritten. The French version of The Outsider is still in copyright. Honestly, if you, like, I have no problem promoting this book for them if that's what they want me to do, because this is really good. It's such a beautiful collection. And the cover is just so pretty. I love books. I love books a lot. Alright. Oh, I think my chair. I need a new chair. The hydraulic thingy is giving out on this one. So it's like kind of dumb. Paid permissions. Yeah, please. I don't want money. Just let me read this book, please. Alright. The White Hare of Inaba. In ancient days, there were 81 brothers who were princes in Japan. With the exception of one brother, they were quarrelsome fellows and spent their time showing all manner of petty jealousy, one toward the other. Each wanted to reign over the whole kingdom, and in addition, each had the misfortune to wish to marry the princess of Yakami in Inaba. Although these 80 princes, was it 80? Oh, these 80 princes were at variance in most things. Oh God, I'm having such a... Yeah, right? That's so many brothers. Oh my God, the fan keeps blowing the page over. Okay. Although these 80 princes... Why do you guys put up with me? I don't know how words work. Although these 80 princes were at variance in most things, they were at one in persistently hating the brother who was gentle and peaceful in all his ways. At length, after many angry words, the 80 brothers decided to go to Inaba in order to visit the princess of Yakami. Each brother fully resolved that he and he alone should be the successful suitor. The kind and gentle brother accompanied them, not, indeed, as a wooer of the fair princess. Place your bets. This is gonna be the guy. He's gonna marry her. But as a servant who carried a large and heavy... Let me just correct this. Cassie, I can't whisper. What? Stabby. Stabby, are you for real? You haven't been following me? I'm not even gonna thank you. How could you do this to me? There's at least a 1 in 81 chance. Thank you for finally deeming me worthy of your follow. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't good enough. Dummy. I love you. But as a servant who carried a large and heavy bag upon his back. At last the 80 princes, who had left their much wronged brother far behind, arrived at the Cape Keta. They were about to continue their journey when they saw a white hare lying on the ground, looking very miserable and entirely divested of fur. The 80 princes, who were much amused by the sorry plight of the hare, said, "If you want your fur to grow again, bathe in the sea, and when you have done so, run to the summit of a high mountain and allow the wind to blow upon you." With these words, the 80 heartless princes proceeded on their way. The hare at once went down to the sea, delighted at the prospect of regaining his handsome white fur. Having bathed, he ran up to the top of the mountain and lay down upon it. But he quickly perceived that the cold wind blowing on his skin, recently immersed in salt water, was beginning to crack and split. In addition to the humiliation of having no fur, he now suffered considerable physical pain, and he realized that the 80 princes had shamefully deceived him. Yo, I'm about to throw hands with these princes. Bunnies are so sweet. While the hare was lying in pain upon the mountain, the kind and gentle brother approached, slowly and laboriously, owing to the heavy bag he carried. When he saw the weeping hare, he inquired to how it was that the poor animal had met with such a misfortune. "Please stop a moment," said the hare, and I will tell you how it all happened. I wanted to cross from the island of Oki to Cape Keta. Cape? Because it's a... I'm going to say that's Cape Keta. No! I'm so happy you made it! I love you. Thank you for showing up. I hope you're having a good day. And, unfortunately, you're in the middle of a story. Basically, there's these brothers. There's these 81 brothers. 80 of them are jerks. Thank you for coming. Are you heading out? Yeah, 80 of them are jerks. And they, like, tricked this poor bunny. I have to leave. I need to shower for work. Okay, well then I don't need to recap. I hope you have a great day at work. And we need to hang out soon. When I finally have time. I will tell you how it all happened. I wanted to cross from the island of Oki to the Cape Keta. So I said to the crocodiles, I should very much like to know how many crocodiles there are in the sea and how many hares on land. Allow me to first of all to count you. And having said these words, the crocodiles formed themselves into a long line, oh, smart bunny. Stretching from the island of Oki to the Cape Keta. I ran across their horny bodies, counting each as I passed. When I reached the last crocodile, I said, oh, foolish crocodiles. It doesn't matter to me how many there are of you in the sea, or how many hares on land. I only wanted you for a bridge in order that I might reach my destination. Alas, my miserable boast cost me dear, for the last crocodile raised his head and snipped off all my fur. Well, said the gentle brother, I must say you were in the wrong and deserved to suffer for your folly. Is that the end of your story? No, continued the hare. I had no sooner suffered this indignity than the 80 princes came by, and lyingly told me that I might be cured by salt water and wind. Alas, not knowing that they deceived me, I carried out their instructions, with the result that my body is cracked and extremely sore. Bathe in fresh water, my poor friend, said the good brother, and when you have done so, scatter the pollen of sedges upon the ground and roll yourself in it. This will indeed heal your sores and cause your fur to grow again. The hare walked slowly to the river, bathed himself, then rolled around in sedge pollen. He had no sooner done this than his skin healed, and he was covered once more in thick coat of fur. The grateful hare ran back to his benefactor. Those 80 wicked and cruel brothers of yours, he said, shall never win the princess of Inaba. It is you who shall marry her and reign over the country. The hare's prophecy came true, for the 80 princes failed in their mission, while the brother who was good and kind to the white hare married the fair princess and became king of their country. Would have been better if the hare was the princess, just gonna say. Moral of the story, just be nice. Like, animal cruelty is bad, y'all. Don't be a jerk. For real. Right behind this one. Let me grab some more water. Y'all, 7 has a point. Everybody should stretch. I will do that. I will stretch. Oh, standing feels nice, actually. Ah. Okay, fine. It's good for you, APD. Oh. Mine did not. I have not gotten any crackling. Normally my back is just like Rice Krispies. Okay, I return. I'm gonna angle this down just a little bit more. Oh, it's so warm. I just noticed, if you look over by the bed, there's a little white dot, like a white and blue dot back there. I just realized what that is. I replaced that with a smaller version of it, the file size. It's my plushie. Oh, the editor of the book. J.K. Jackson. Yep, there's the plushie. The plushie returns. She's been there the whole time. Thank you, Robin. Thank you for the plushie. I love her so much. Surprise plush! Also, I can do this. Fox is gonna go sleep on the bed now. Terms and conditions. Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate you. You guys are amazing. I would love that. A collection of plushies from artists. That would be so cool. Sleuthing to the max. Alright. We're gonna go back to the 90s, I suppose. I'm drawing the thing I mentioned on Discord. You mentioned something on Discord? What Discord? Which? Ooh, actually, you know what I should do? Let's throw some text on here. Since I'm being lazy. Introduction. Oh, is that really big? Hold on. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm being super lazy right now. Nesumi Shrine dies. Bleh. I'm dead. Let's do this. Whoops. You have links on your Twitch page. I do! Okay, I forgot about that. Alright, let's just get rid of that. That's fine. Assuming they're still current. They should be. They should be. I just like on-screen reminders. Ooh, yeah, do that, do that, do that. I like the idea of that. Okay. So behind the one we were just reading, there's also Altair, you haven't fallen asleep yet. I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you. Behind the one we were just reading is also The Fox's Wedding, which I feel like I've heard before, so I'm curious and I want to read it. Is anyone familiar with this one? Gotta support the homie! Guys, for real. Altair is amazing. He is one of the nicest people I have ever met, and you should follow him. You should also follow Cassie. Legion, I don't know if you're still streaming on Twitch. And don't worry about following any of the Astrum members. They're all right. They're okay. Moving to YouTube. Why? Why would you leave? Yeah, don't follow Tina. I'm just kidding. Follow Tina, please. Please do it. You can multi-stream? Yes. I'm actually planning on doing that for VOD purposes, so I don't have to do extra work. Until YouTube tells me not, like, they pay me not to say it. Man, YouTube sucks. I had an audience there already. Oh, okay. There's a thing to export videos. Does it do it automatically, though? Like, or do I have to download it and then re-upload it? This is what I'm saying, is I'm lazy. Press a button? Oh my god. Okay. Alright, fine. Made VF. Made Sora? What? No, no Made VF. Made Sora. VF is stinky. Love you. We had Suit Me, so Made Sora happens. That's what I'm saying. Welcome home. Oh, that's true. How do you say it? Okaeri nasai. All right. I'm sufficiently hydrated. Drink your water. That's your requirement. If you're gonna watch my streams, you have to hydrate, you have to stretch. Just, there's no arguing this. I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. Okay. I'm gonna tell you a secret. You have to also empty your bladder when that occurs. I want my mouth to be stinky. No, don't do that. Do not do that. But yeah, the secret is that I hate the coffee that I made. I'm afraid so, Andrew. I'm afraid so. See, the problem here is that I love you and I want you to be healthy. And also, if you die, you can't watch my streams anymore, which is really upsetting to me. That's the real problem here. Yes. Okay. Cassie says yes. Yeah, you can have this coffee, Legion. What happened? It was all a secret plot. You know it. Everything I do is scheming. I am a fox, after all. When I was making this coffee was last second, like, oh my god, is it even a Sora stream without coffee? And I ran to go make it, and I boiled the water, I poured the thing into the French press and started to brew it, and then totally zoned out for like 6 minutes, so it's totally overbrewed and ruined. So yeah, Legion, you can have it. It's gross. I might be a coffee addict, but I'm also a coffee snob, so if it's not made correctly, I can't enjoy it. The things that being a barista will do to you. No, that's not how you make strong coffee. No, that's how you make bitter coffee. It tastes like chemicals. All right, we're gonna go into low standards. You guys are distracting. Oh, Andrew gets me. For real. Coffee is life. So the Fox's wedding is also a really short one. Like, I don't know, half a page. I'm all sniffly. Once upon a time, there was why did they capital, like, it's bold. Normally you see once upon a time in bold. This one is once upon a time there in bold. What? That seems like an editing mistake. Once upon a time, there was a young white fox whose name was Fukuyemon. Yemon. I don't know what's going on with my accents today. They're flying all over the place. Fukuyemon. When he had reached the fitting age, he shaved off his forelock and began to think of taking himself a beautiful bride. The old fox, his father, resolved to give up his inheritance to his son and retired into a private life. So the young fox, in gratitude for this, labored hard and earnestly to increase his patrimony. Now it happened that in a famous old family of foxes, there was a beautiful young lady fox. It was me. With such lovely fur that the fame of her jewel-like charms was spread far and wide. The young white fox, who had heard of this, was bent on making her his wife. I swear to God, all of these are like, I'm going to make her my wife. Now we see where this story goes and if Sora regrets that. Oh yeah, for real. Making her his wife, and meeting was arranged between them. There was not a fault to be found on either side, so the preliminaries were settled, and the wedding presents sent from the bridegroom to the bride's house, with congratulatory speeches from the messenger, which were duly acknowledged by the person deputed to receive gifts. The bearers, of course, received the customary fee in copper cash. Why was that all in bold? The hell? Alright. When the ceremonies had been concluded, an auspicious day was chosen for the bride to go to her husband's house, and she was carried off in solemn procession during a shower of rain, the sun shining all the while. After the ceremonies of drinking wine had gone through, the bride changed her dress, and the wedding was concluded. Yo, are these furries? Pretend it's Yuri. Make it less weird. For sure. Yeah, it's Yuri from now on. Yep. Yep. The wedding was after the ceremonies of drinking wine had been gone through, the bride changed her dress, and the wedding was concluded. without let or hindrance, amid singing and dancing and merrymaking. The bride and bridegroom lived lovingly together, and a little litter of little foxes were born to them, to the great joy of the old grandsire, who had treated the little cubs as tenderly as if they had been butterflies or flowers. Oof. Someone said furries. um, I mean, they're wearing suits and dresses, and they have houses. These are old school Japanese furries. Lived together, and a little litter. Oh my god. Litter of little foxes were born to them, to the great joy of the old grandsire, who treated the little cubs as tenderly as if they had been butterflies or flowers. They're the very image of their old grandfather, said he, as proud as possible. As for medicine, bless them. They're so healthy that they'll never need a copper coin's worth. As soon as they were old enough, they were carried off to the temple of Inari-sama, the patron saint of foxes. And the old grandparents prayed that they might be delivered from dogs and all other ills to which fox flesh is heir. In this way, the white fox by degrees waxed old and prosperous, and his children, year by year, became more and more numerous around him, so that, happy in his family and his business, in every recurring spring brought him fresh cause for joy. And that's where it stops, and I don't know what that was supposed to be about. Like, it was just a story. It was just a happy story. I'm a little annoyed that the lady fox here was like, she played no role in any of this. She's made babies. I'm kind of like skimming through it again to see. Did I miss something? Stuff happened at the end. I don't get it. The fox and the badger. Oh, okay. Doesn't mean I'll fall asleep, but greatly increases the odds if I do. If you fall asleep, that's okay. I hope you rest well. Need to finish school stuff. I'm glad you were able to drop by for a little while, Vicky. It's good to see you. Oh no, Cassie. All right. How about I do one more? That way I won't keep you guys here. I'm running out of mods. I know! I have so many. And they're all leaving me. VF will never leave me. Right? VF, are you still here? Did you leave? Swear to God. Make me a mod, don't do it. We've concluded the copyright case. So what's the official, you know, what's the verdict? Probably illegal. I will reach out to them. I will be like, hey, is it cool? Because, like, I really love your collection of stories. Like, it's so good. It is illegal because it could be called an illegal audiobook. I weep for anyone who tries to use this as an audiobook, but I get you. Yeah, I'll reach out because I want to read more of this. Places be cray cray. Cassie is full 90s mode. Thank you for the info. God, you do have a nice voice. Thank you for saying so, but like, I hear myself in the monitor and I'm like, how does anybody want to listen to this? This is awful. Yeah, wait a minute. Is Dev still here? He said he was going to show up. Just like me, for real, for real. Yeah, it's so bad. I hate listening to my own voice. It sounds much better on this microphone than any I've ever heard it on, so at least there's that. At least there's that. Alright, do you guys want one more? Or do you want to just kind of chill for a while? And you just chat for a while? It is entirely your choice. I'm happy to read another. Another! Alright, crazy. Oh, I'm fine. Like, it's not me. I want to make sure that everyone's enjoying themselves as much as possible. Like, that's the number one. Like, me having fun is secondary. I want to know what you want. Have fun. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll have fun. All right. Just take a breath. It doesn't pick up my breathing. I want Sora is be happy. Sora is be happy. She has all of you here. Like, you have no idea. You have no idea how much fun I'm having today. I'm so glad I did this. No, don't read the typo. Everybody point and laugh. VF said Sora is be happy. See, the problem with being my mods is I get to torture you. Tee. Alright, then we will continue with The Fox and the Badger, which is another short one. I like the short ones because I feel like it's easy to just kind of like wrap up. There is a certain mountainous district in Shikoku in which a skillful hunter had trapped or shot, I will kill you, trapped or shot so many foxes and badgers that there were only a few left. Excuse me. These were an old gray badger and a female fox with one cub. Though hard-pressed by hunger, neither dared to touch a loose piece of food, lest a trap must be hidden underneath it. Indeed, they scarcely stirred out of their holes except at night, lest the hunter's arrow should strike them. At last, the two animals held counsel together to decide what to do, whether to emigrate or to attempt to outwit their enemy. They thought for a long while, when finally the badger, having hit upon a good plan, cried out, "I have it! Do you transform yourself into a man?" Do you... What? Hold on. Is this an instruction? Is that how that's read? Like, do you transform yourself into a man? Like, do you do that? Like, do that. Yeah, it's weird. Okay. So we'll just say I have it. Transform yourself into a man. I'll pretend to be dead. Then you can go bind me up and sell me in the town. Right? With the money paid, you can buy some food. Then I'll get loose and come back. Next week, I'll sell you and you can escape. Ha ha ha. I lost my place. I swear to God. Ha ha ha. Yoroshu, Yoroshu, cried both together. Good, good. It's a capital plan, said Mrs. Fox. So the fox changed herself into a human form, and the badger, pretending to be dead, was tied up with straw ropes. Slinging him over her shoulder, the fox went to town, sold the badger, and buying a lot of tofu. Why does it explain what tofu is? It says bean cheese. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. How would anybody consider this an audiobook? Buying a lot of bean cheese. I know. I know. And 1 or 2 chickens made a feast. By this time the badger had got loose, for the man to whom he was sold, thinking him dead, had not watched over him carefully. So scampering away to the mountains, he met the fox, who congratulated him, while both feasted merrily. I like bean and cheese things. Picking up my phone to say I hate bean cheese. I know, that's so good. I like bean and cheese. I would not call it bean cheese. That's... and or cheese. Not at the same time? For real? Not even like on your beans and rice? Refried beans with some... Tofu sounds more appetizing than bean cheese. By this time, the badger... we did that. While both feasted merrily. The next week, the badger took human form, and going to town sold the fox, who made believe to be dead. But the badger, being an old skinflint and very greedy, wanted all the money and food for himself. Typical badgers, swear to God. So he whispered in the man's ear to watch the fox well, as she was only feigning to be dead. So the man, taking up a club, gave the fox... Oh my God! Oh my God! Bro! Okay. Okay. So the man, taking up a club, gave the fox a blow on the head, which finished her. The badger, buying a good dinner, ate it all himself, licked his chops, and never even thinking of the fox's cub. The cub, after waiting a long time for its mother to come back, suspected foul play, and resolved on revenge. Hell yeah! Pitbull? Sorry. Mr. Gaia Wine! That was so funny. I laughed at it for way longer than was appropriate. God, where was I? Okay. Resolved on revenge. Hell yeah, gonna take this stupid badger out. Freaking badgers, I swear to God. So, going to the badger, he challenged him to a trial of skill in the art of transformation. The badger accepted right off, where he despised the cub and wished to be rid of him. Well, what do you want to do first? said Sir Badger. I propose that you go and stand on the big bridge leading to the city, said the cub. and wait for my appearance. I shall come in splendid garments and with my many followers in my train. If you recognize me, you win, and I lose. If you fail, I win. So the badger went and waited behind a tree. Soon a daimyo, riding in a palanquin, with the splendid retinue of courtiers, appeared, coming up the road. Thinking this was the fox cub, changed into a nobleman. Although wondering at the skill of the young fox, the badger went up to the palanquin and told the person inside that he was recognized and had lost the game. What? Said the daimyo's followers, who were real men, and surrounding the badger, they beat him to death. This is so brutal. Doten! It's okay. I totally didn't notice that you were missing, and I wasn't upset about it at all. I'm just glad you're here. I know, right? That took a turn. I'm gonna read that line again because it was just so good. What? Said the daimyo's followers, who were real men, and surrounding the badger, they beat him to death. The fox cub, who was looking on from a hill nearby, laughed in derision, and glad that the treachery was punished, scampered away. Don't mess with foxes, is what I'm saying. I'm upset that nothing ever happened to that hunter. I didn't know we were reading a Happy Tree Friends episode. For real. I keep picturing it. There's this badger walks up and says, "Hey, I know who you are." And all of your guards just surround him and club him to death. Forgive me, I love badgers, but this badger deserved it. That was deserved. And with that, I think we'll call it banning you for being late. Thank you, Lunar. Thank you, honey. Number rule 1 of Fight Club, don't talk about Fight Club. Rule 2, don't talk about Fight Club. Rule 3, no badgers. Ugh. Thank you. I appreciate all. What, you egg? Stabs you. No, I appreciate everybody's help today. Like, I literally could not have done this. I was so terrified going into this by myself. I'm glad I have so many trustworthy people, and I've met a few new people, and that was fun. Badger. Wolves are worthless. Badger should die. VF is constantly keeping track of all of the hateful things I say about various animals. Cassie wasn't there for the worthless wolves, but at least now she can hang on to Badger should die. Badger should be beaten to death. Yeah, I know I marked it as comfy. I hope the occasional, like, laughter and, don't beat up my badger friends. Well, they shouldn't be, God, that poor fox. Modded Skyrim is a game. Some might argue, a game of all time. I do want to play Skyrim again. I gotta redo the whole set of mods because Todd, Mr. Howard, ruining everything. Need to fix the mods. Yeah, my mods are broken. I can't fix them, and I'm okay with that. Skyrim looking a lot like Minecraft these days. I'm kind of sad that that server is gone. I'm not broken. No, honey. It's okay. The original Astrum server, I kind of miss it. I like what we have now. It's very nice. Your mods aren't broken. What do you mean? You're biased. You broke me. Just when I broke you. They're broke and broken like me. I broke you though. VF, I disagree. It's my mods who break me daily. Oh, you know what? We can bring this back up a little bit. 2 hours and 6 minutes. That is a lot of non-stop talking. I think I did alright. Did you guys enjoy yourselves? Because I really enjoyed having you here. Of course. I'm really glad. I'm really glad. Like I said, that's... having... I don't remember how that came across. Was that a scumbag? Was that a typo? Was that my phone auto-correcting nonsense? Guys, you're gonna give people the impression that I don't give you breaks. Cassie, please screenshot or link me to the context. I forgot what happened. Mods being overworked by a cruel streamer. No one wants to help you. You think people will come to help you? How cute. I haven't seen my family in years. You assume that they want you back, or that they're even still around. VF. You don't need them. You have me. I get paid in stale bread. Alright. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. It's not brainwashing, you're just... you just love me. You love me, right? I'm still dying. Well, yeah, it's because I'm not feeding you. Oh my god. Alright. Whatever, loser. See you. It's okay, PD fed me earlier. Where's my Mexican? I was promised Mexican. I have screenshots. Where's my Mexican? I have screenshots. Well, if my mods behaved better. I'm so glad you made it too. Like, I was so excited when I saw you join. I'm excited that everybody's here, but we've been talking about it so much that I was like, yeah, you get to see me do the thing. Excuse you. We got into legal things. The mods are a reflection of the streamer. That explains so much. Fine, you know what? You know what? Alright. For Dilton, we're gonna find the shortest one that I can find. Because he's being a little crybaby about it. Let's see. What have we got? There are some extremely short ones in here that I've seen. Little baby. That's what Dylan sounds like. Whoa, what is this one? This is so long. Oh my god, some of the back half of this book is like 10 pages long. No, we're gonna do one. We're gonna do a short one. It's gonna be so short that you're gonna be like, wow. Two sentence one. I'm gonna read Denton? Built in a 2-sentence horror story. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, why is this? Hold on. Now I can't find any of the short ones. Where? I really want to do this. Nobody tell me to not do this, because I won't listen. Yo, there's one in here called The Corpse Eater. That sounds sick. Denton. Somebody change Dylan's name in the Discord to Denton. This is not a request. Alright. The Ghost Mother. You awakened my emo phase. Yes, we'll definitely read The Corpse Eater next time. Just remind me. Actually, where is it? I've already lost it. Wait. Here, I'll do this. That's not my name. I think it was under Ghosts. The Corpse Eater on page 148. Oh, it was like 3 pages in front. What? They listed it wrong. Okay. Okay. I bookmarked it. You'll get to hear it. A pale-faced woman crept down a street called Nakabaramachi, entered a certain shop, and purchased a small quantity of mizuame. Every night, at a late hour, she came, always haggard of countenance and always silence. The shopkeeper, who took a kindly interest in her, followed her one night. That's weird, bro. Don't do that. But seeing as she entered a cemetery, he turned back, puzzled and afraid. This is what happens. Bro, this is what happens. If you follow us home, you're just gonna find out we live in cemeteries. Sousa lost it? Wait, Sousa lost the brain cell? Great. Once again, the mysterious woman came to the little shop, and this time she did not buy mizuame, but beckoned the shopkeeper to follow her. Bruh, she saw you. Down the street went the pale-faced woman, followed by the seller of amber syrup and some of his friends. What is going on? When they reached the cemetery, the woman disappeared into a tomb, and those without heard the weeping of a child. When the tomb was opened, they saw the corpse of a woman they had followed, and lying by her side, a living child, laughing at the lantern light and stretching forth its little hands towards a cup of mitsuame. The woman had been prematurely buried, and her babe born in the tomb. Every night, the silent mother went forth from the cemetery in order that she might bring back nourishment for her child. Spooky! You know what I like about actual books and why I can't enjoy like an e-reader? Do you hear that? Like, that's so satisfying, that snapping a book closed. Or the sound of turning pages. So good. All right. And that's that. Are you happy? Are you happy, Dylan? Are you happy? Are you are you happy? I want you to be happy. Books are a tactile experience for sure. Will you read me a bedtime story every night starting now? Will you pay me to do so? I need a little bit of money. You did pay me in a mug. That was nice. I still use it every day. Alright. I'm gonna ramble on for way too long if I don't wrap up. Thank you guys so much for coming to spend time with me and read with me. I really enjoyed your company. I'm not sure when my next stream is going to be, but I will give you proper notice. And we'll play something. I don't know what we'll play. I'll give you a few options. I don't know if we should continue something we've been playing or or start something new because Twitch. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for joining. I'm glad that it was chill and not absurdly obnoxious. But I hope all of you have a great rest of your day. I hope if you're going to bed, I hope you sleep well. I hope you have a great meal. I hope that everything is good for you. Love you. Bye. No. No. You're right. I'm new to this. I should raid. How do I do that? It's time for me to learn. Just search VTuber. What? Hold on. How do I? Hold on. All right. So I do this on Twitch. To find someone. Yeah, okay. Excuse me. It'll be more integrated. Oh, that would be sweet, because I'm doing everything. Oh, I do love Susa. Let's see. Who's somebody outside of our group, though? Oh, Koiko! Honey, I'm so sorry. All right, are we? Oh, you know what? Um, my friend knows me. My friend knows me is on. We should do that. Quico, I'm so sorry. I would have loved to hang out with you. What? Seriously, what is with you guys? Marcy, this is yeah, that's honestly it's my curse. Nozomi raids Nozomi. That's what we're gonna do. Um I so how do I do this? Do I oh, wait, did she just start? Oh, it looks like she's just starting and she's raising money for Autism All Stars Foundation UK. Yeah, we're gonna go support uh the raid dashboard button. Unless you're okay. So I can just do it in chat? Is that how it works? Okay, so it's ah, raid. Um, okay.